Located to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this August 4th. It is just about 5 o'clock this morning and time for a check of our weather. And it is kind of crazy, Megan, to see so many schools already getting ready to start back up.
I know, it's shocking. I know one of our schools are starting up on this Wednesday, and we'll continue to have a lot more schools joining in with those temperatures still on the warmer side as we're starting off that school year. Now this morning it is a chillier start to your day, really seeing a mix of the upper 50s and even seeing some upper 60s as you travel more towards Wayne County, Kentucky, 67 in Monticello. This afternoon, everyone will still be sitting in those 80s, low to mid 80s, which is actually cooler than you would expect this time of year. But don't worry, we'll get back to normal temperatures as we head into the end of the work week and into your weekend. And we are seeing nice and clear skies on live pinpoint Doppler radar. But you'll notice just south of Wayne County, Kentucky, a little bit of rain is popping up. We'll see that moving closer and closer to Wayne County over the next couple of minutes. And for that day planner, we're looking at a mixture of partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies as we're heading throughout the day. High temperatures in the low 80s as you travel to that 4 o'clock mark. Amelia.
A Hamilton County judge has set bond for the fourth suspect linked to the violent attack in downtown Cincinnati last Saturday. Court records show Dominique Kittle's bond is set at $153,000. He's facing one count of assault in connection with the incident. In total, 6 people are now charged 1 week after the violent brawl. 3 of the 6 have already been arrested, while police are actively looking for the others. Well, there aren't any major elections this year, but you wouldn't know it if you were in Western Kentucky on Saturday. The annual Fancy Farm picnic brought numerous political candidates to the small Graves County town. The food was largely the same for the 145th event, but the overall flavor of the political speaking was very different. WYMT's Phil Pendleton was there all day.
And the politics are even spicier.
The race to replace retiring U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell is not until next year.
I can't think of any place I'd rather be on the first Saturday in August than right here.
With no statewide races this year, all the attention is on 2026 and the candidates who want to fill the senior senator's seat.
I like to rag on Andy, but I got to give him some credit. He did something very, very smart, setting up his bank account in Kiev. I authored major parts of bills that President Trump signed into law to roll back destructive regulations on the economy. You can't stand up for American workers when the only experience you've had with them is firing them.
The only Democrat to speak was John Drew Williams, who says he'll try to defeat James Comer next year.
Because I am here for you. When elected, I will vote based on that community-gathered data, not my own opinion.
We folks in rural towns, we have a thing that many reporters and most Democrats have never heard of. And that's a thing called common sense.
This year's picnic was a lot different in a lot of respects, namely because of a lot of the high-profile Democrats chose not to be here. And also, this was the very first time that there was a woman MC for the first time in this event's 145 years. Kentucky Chamber President Ashley Watts had some zingers of her own.
So I live in Frankfort, which is about a 4-hour drive, but it wasn't that bad. Thanks to the General Assembly and my friend Congressman Jamie Comer, I never even had to leave the 1st Congressional District.
And 39. Politics aside, the picnic also has bingo to barbecue, and everyone can agree on that.
It's just super special to have traditions that go on for so long. I think it's super rare to have something like this.
A unique event where so many people get in on the act. In Graves County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Well, the political stump speaking gets so much attention at Fancy Farm. The picnic's sole mission is to raise money through food, fundraisers, raffles, and other events for the St. Jerome Catholic Church. After more than 6 decades, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting will shut down operations. It follows a controversial federal rescissions package passed by Congress in July. That cut funding to public broadcasting. The nonprofit is the largest single source of funding for public media outlets like PBS and NPR. Funding will end September 30th. President Donald Trump again alleged that job numbers from the Department of Labor were manipulated as he maintains the economy is flourishing. He spoke about that and addressed other matters while leaving his New Jersey golf club where he spent the weekend. CBS News correspondent Jared Hill reports from New York.
President Donald Trump is back at the White House after defending his decision to fire the commissioner of the Bureau of Labor Statistics on Friday, citing a weaker than expected July jobs report that showed only 73,000 jobs created, plus downward revisions to numbers from May and June.
We'll be announcing a new statistician sometime over the next 3 or 4 days. We had no confidence. I mean, the numbers were ridiculous, what she announced.
The president also said his updated tariffs, set to take effect Thursday, will benefit the economy. He's also considering a tariff payment to some Americans. Some of the hardest hit nations, like Canada, which is facing a 35% tariff, say negotiations will continue. The country's trade minister on Face the Nation.
What we've said to our American counterparts is, how can we structure the right agreement where we can both continue to supply one another?
Pivoting to the Middle East, President Trump said the U.S. will provide more aid to ease starvation in Gaza.
We want the people fed.
This comes as the president says Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff might tackle Russia's war in Ukraine next, after visiting an aid distribution site in Gaza on Friday. He could also head to Russia next week. Over the weekend, President Trump tangled with Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, with the president sending Republican senators home as they were nearing a deal with Democrats on confirming administration nominees.
We were getting close on a whole lot of issues, and Donald Trump just pulled the rug out from under people.
The Senate is now in a month-long recess. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
The National Science Foundation plans to shut down the Nathaniel B. Palmer, America's only research ship capable of reaching the farthest parts of Antarctica in the Southern Ocean. This would end 60 years of continuous U.S. icebreaker missions in the region. More than 170 scientists have urged the foundation and Congress to reverse course. Kentucky schools aren't the only ones banning cell phones in the classroom this year. School districts in Tennessee are now enforcing the same rules. Teachers are preparing their classrooms for their respective first days back. One new rule is a ban that also keeps tablets and smartwatches out of the classroom. The goal is to help students focus on learning.
You're going to see a lot of issues with cell phones. That's a big change, I think, for this incoming school year. A lot of kids are going to be upset with it. We understand some parents are going to be upset because they want their kid to have a cell phone. So you'll see it diminish that. And the promise is the kids will perform better academically. Will they? We'll find out this year.
Teachers in Tennessee would also be tasked with checking if a student sneaks in a phone and then taking those away. Well, school is set to start back soon for some students. Others won't be returning, and that's true for Dunville Elementary in Logan County, West Virginia. Students in Taft will temporarily relocate to Omar Elementary for the upcoming school year. Officials say this decision was due to safety concerns related to a rock slide that shut the school down for several weeks last year.
We're looking at just a little bit of a chance of rain this morning as you travel into our southwestern counties. Here's a look at that live pinpoint Doppler radar. Again, as you look towards most of the region, we're nice and dry, but take a look towards Wayne County, Kentucky. Just south, we're seeing some of that rain picking up, and we'll continue to watch it over the next couple minutes as that does move more to the north. Now let's talk about those temperatures. This morning we are on the cooler side, seeing those upper 50s to upper 60s as you travel more towards the southwest. This afternoon, though, we will be looking at high temperatures in the low to mid 80s for the day. Overall, not too bad of a day, even seeing some chances for 70s as you go into Jacksboro and Wise. Now we'll see the warmest part of the day as we go into about that 4 o'clock time frame with a mixture of partly cloudy and mostly sunny skies. Stay with us. More mountain news is on the way.